Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make some laundry detergent. It is the best way to save a lot of easy money. It just takes a little bit of effort on your part and some supplies to get from Walmart. Stick around, I'll show you how to make it real easy. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is 1 cup of super washing soda. They sell this at Walmart. I'm going to give you prices and breakdowns of what I've come up with, what the price is, how much money you'll save, blah, 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 okay? You'll need that first off, okay? What I did is I went ahead and I already measured it out, so we know how much it is. It's easy for the video, quick and fast. Alright, you also need some borax, and what I do, I just write what it is and how much to put on there right on the box, so I don't have to try to figure it out and look back through all my notes. Alright, you'll need 1/2 cup of this. Same thing, I went ahead and measured it out. And you can use any bar of soap you like. I was trying to use all natural soap, but it's hard to find unless you go like, you can order online, but you're going to pay quite a bit of money for it. And this is pretty decent. Unless you really have a super soap allergy, I would go ahead and just use this. This is 97 cents at Walmart, can't beat it. Okay. You'll need a grater or a food processor. I prefer a food processor since I have one. I used to use this all the time, and there's nothing wrong with doing it. You just need to grate the soap. When I use this one, I would do the big grates or the big openings because it was easier for me to grate it and faster. And now that I have this, I use the fine because it boils quicker. And what you have to do, you have to go ahead and put this in the food processor or go ahead and grate it down, and I'll show you the next step after that. Alright, so all you gotta do is you drop your soap in here if you have this. Now this is just a regular old food processor. It's a Breville brand, nothing that's special. Alright, so you just drop it in there and we'll go ahead and shred it down. And this makes super quick work of it. Obviously it's quicker than that. And just like that, we're done. Now that would probably take you on the grater probably about 3 to 5 minutes to do it. So either way, I just don't like using that because I'm afraid I'm always going to hit my knuckles on it. My dogs are obviously playing, so I'm sure you hear them. Alright, you get it all done. It's all mixed up. That's what it looks like. Just some fine chips. Alright, let's go over to the stove and start boiling this. I'll show you what it looks like when you boil it. Alright, so the next step is to go ahead and boil some water. Now I just got a big stock pot. I got about 1 gallon of water in here, okay? You want to go ahead and get it to a rolling boil. Now if you use the hand grater, you want to make sure that you're really boiling good because you'll have bigger chips than I will. The bigger chips obviously need to be a little hotter so it melts a lot quicker. I just have the little thin chips, so it's going to melt pretty quick. And when this gets to a rolling boil, guys, I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to show you how easy it is, what it looks like, and how quick it gets melted. Okay, now that we got a rolling boil, what we want to do, and you want to do this slow because, I guess you could do it fast if you want to, but to me it's just go slow, right? And I got a little slotted spoon here, one of these high dollar ones from Dollar Tree. You just want to put a little bit in at a time. I'll try to get where you can see me. Okay, just want to put a little bit at a time. Alright. There's really no correct way to do it. What I always do, you see how I did that and stop boiling? Well, that's usually when I stop, and I'll make sure it stirs pretty good. I'll go ahead and stir it up pretty good. Get all those clumps up. Because you don't want any clumps whatsoever in this. None, zero. As of right now, I got clumps, so I want to make sure they're all gone. So I got almost all the lumps out, starting to boil again. I'll go ahead and put a little bit more in. Go ahead and boil this down a little bit more. Okay, so as you see, this one here is apparently the one that's going to boil over. I think it's just the sieve that boil over anyway. It's not like it's macaroni and cheese or anything. Alright, you want to put a little bit more in. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of it in. You want to make sure you get it all over your stove so your wife will get mad at you. let this go ahead and melt all good. Okay, this is where you got to make sure that all your chunks are completely out. Okay, so you'll have to turn the heat down after a few minutes of boiling it. I'm gonna let mine get back to a rolling boil, and then I'm gonna turn the heat off. All right, now we're gonna turn the heat off. We're gonna look and make sure there's no clumps. That is the key, no clumps. And you see I got a little bit in there still, so we'll let it go for a few more minutes. Okay, so now we're done. It's all completely melted. It's all good. We're gonna let it sit here for a few minutes and we're gonna transfer it to our bucket. Okay, so two things I forgot to mention on the beginning of the video is you'll need, actually probably three things really, is you'll need a bucket. Now all I did, obviously, I went to Home Depot and got this bucket. And you can see we've used it for many years making this. I've been making this for close to probably 4 or 5 years, okay? And it saved me bukus of money. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it cleans your clothes almost identical to Tide, or maybe even better, because you know exactly what's in there, okay? So you need a bucket and make sure you have a good lid on it. That's important. You'll see why in a little while, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I've been writing the dates on when I've been making this. Now, these are all the way to 14. And usually, this 3 gallon, I put 3 gallons of hot water in here, okay? Super hot water. I'm going to show you a real easy way to put hot water in here. It'll blow your mind. You don't have to go to the bathroom, do your shower to do this. You can do it right here from your sink. As long as you have a little sprayer, cut and dry. Watch this, guys. Pretty easy. Okay guys, so if you have a sprayer like I do on your sink, you want to make sure that you obviously let some of the pressure out of this head, because whether you know it or not, when you turn your water on your sink, this will pressurize, and if you try to get this off, you won't, and if you do get it off, it's going to spray you in the face. The best thing to do is aim it down in your bucket or your sink or whatever, and let the pressure out, okay? Now all you have to do is unscrew it, and now you have a way to get hot water in your bucket. Okay, so another thing you'll obviously have to get is a funnel. Now, this is just a funnel. I try to get a high back on it, so when I dump it into my my holding jug, which is be a Tide jug, all jug, or whatever kind of jug you got, washing powder jug, like this right here. This is the one we use. Now, as you can see, it's dirty, but you know, it's because we use the heck out of it. So, anyway, that's all we use, and we put it in here like so. And I recommend doing this outside because sometimes it'll splash, and I'll tell you some more tips on so it won't splash in a minute. But you want to obviously try to pour it in here as easy as you can, and you'll see why. Alright, and I also did a mark 3 gallons, so I know exactly where it is. Now if you stand like I'm standing, you'll be able to see the water line go up, and you'll know where 3 gallons is. And like I said, you want to get this as hot as humanly possible. If you turn the bucket, you can see your line like I can on my side. There's a light shining through here, so I'll just go ahead and fill it all the way up to 3 gallons, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, now what I like to do, and believe me, there is no special recipe for this, just grab and grab. I like to take my funnel and use it because this is some hot water, guys. I like to go ahead and put my funnel in there and dump. I don't care which one you dump first. I'm just going to dump this one first, all right? What I like to do now is I like to go ahead and start getting it spinning. This is just because I'm a guy, I guess, and I just like to see the toilet going down, that kind of thing, stirring. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get this spinning around, and I'll start dumping my washing powder in. You want it hot, like I said, because you want this to completely dissolve. So this is the borax. Alright, just put it in, and go ahead and keep stirring a little bit. Now I like to back it up. Go around the other way. Make sure it gets off the bottom, if it's on the bottom. This is pretty hot water. If you make it too hot, your bucket will actually kind of suck the sides, and you don't want that. So you just want to, however hot your sink is. Because what's on your stove is pretty hot anyway. Alright, so with this still going around in a circle, you want to go ahead and pull your funnel out. And put your soap in. So, alright, completely empty. And you can give it a good stir again. Now this is really hot, okay, because that was obviously boiling on the stove. Now after you get all that done, now's the time you can either add some essential oils if you'd like to. We do not. Now we have some, obviously. We were going to experiment with it, but we decided not to do it. So you can if you'd like to, but we have plenty of them. We just don't use them for this kind of stuff, okay? But you can if you like to, but if you do, if I was you, I would put some in a jar and try it before you do it just to make sure it's not overpowering so you kind of can gauge how much you need, because I have no idea. And that's all there is to it, guys. Now, what you want to do after you mix it up, you definitely want to let it sit somewhere cool, your garage or in your house or whatever, for about 24 hours. Now, you can go ahead and use it if you like to, but what it's going to do, it's going to clump up pretty good. Not like oatmeal hardens up, but you'll see. I'll show you here in 24 hours what you need to do to bust it all up, and after that, it's good to go. When you fill your buckets or whatever you use back up, you'll have to keep on stirring it up to break it up again, but it's really quick and easy to break up. It doesn't, stay clumped together. All right, all we're gonna do is put the lid on it. Like I said, seal it up, and I'll see you in 24 hours, guys. All right, so it's 24 hours later now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the finished product and what I was telling you about. Now, like I said, I recommend that you do this outside or somewhere where you don't splash anything on your carpet. Now I've done enough so I know how much I can stir and everything without splashing everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like and show you how to go ahead and get it back to where you can pour it into another jug, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so you take the lid off here, like so, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so you take the lid off and you'll see how it looks like you can almost slice it with a knife. All you have to do is I take my funnel, you can take whatever you want, and just break it up a little bit. It's better to do it, like I said, somewhere where you're not going to splash anywhere. Usually after you do this one time, you don't have to do it all the time. There we go. Mine was outside in the cold, so it's a little more solid. There we go. Alright, get all the way to the bottom. And there's what you got. Alright, now what I recommend doing is after you get to this stage and you want to put it in your other container, I just took a little bottle here so it's easy for me. Or you can use this. At this point, for me, when it's this full, I'll just put this into a container and I'll scoop it out and then I'll put it through here. That way I don't have to try to dip the whole bucket and spill it everywhere. Okay? That's all there's to it. So you can see you just put it in there. It goes right on out. Now see how it looks? When you put it in your other container, you'll after you fill your container up good, you'll shake your container to break the rest of it up, and it's completely very liquidy after that. Okay? And after that, you're pretty much good to go. That's all you gotta do. And then I would just store all my stuff right here inside the bucket. Like I said, put the lid on, you're ready to go. This will last me anywhere from 3 to 5 months. This 4-gallon bucket. And I'm gonna tell you the price right now. Okay, so this is the prices of what I've come up with. Now, I'm not the best at math, but I figured it up, and this is what I come up with. All right, so you're looking at, for the borax is $4.47 for a container of it, and then you're looking at the washing powder, $3.97, and then that bar of soap for 97 cents. Your water's, pretty much free, unless you got to pay a water bill like I do. But anyway, if you look at all that together, all right, you're looking at probably about 6 batches, and this is how much it is for 6 batches. Now, 6 batches is what I'm talking about is for the washing powder, because the washing powder will do you about 6 batches in the box. All right, now if you're looking at that and you break it all down, it's basically, after it's all said and done, per gallon of detergent, it's about 59 cents. So you can do the math and figure all that out if you need to, okay? So you're really saving a whole lot of money. Your initial investment is obviously your bucket, washing powder, borax, all your basic stuff, okay? So, I mean, what's in your soap, and I promise you guys, it is just as good as any other soap that you can buy. Like I said, I've been using this for years, and we've had no issue. My wife's one of those people who, she's kind of skeptical on things until she actually physically sees it. And yeah, she's definitely sold on it, especially all the money you save. I mean, 4 gallons, like I said, will do me quite a bit. So, I mean, anywhere from 3 to 5 months, and that's no lie. So I'll write the date on my bucket, and usually for 3 to 5 months, it all depends on how much you wash. If you have a bunch of people over, if you wash every single day, which we do not, you might use more, but still, I mean, for 59 cents per gallon of detergent versus, what is it, like $11 for Tide or whatever, it's a pretty good deal. Alright guys, that's pretty cut and dry. It's a done deal. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day.